So I decided to make Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender with a 3D pen.
We'll start with a template, then we'll trace along the outlines to make the skeleton for a character. I started watching the series with the live-action version, the recently released one. And then after a few months, I've decided to give the original series a go, and I must say it is one of the greatest series I've ever watched. In this part, I melted the parts where the joints go, so that I can shape it into the pose I want. The live-action series did a great job on its CGI, but it didn't really show most of what was seen in the original. Sure, it followed the cartoon, but some parts were not seen, and some were added. There has been rumors saying that in the new season of the live-action, there will be an attempt to make Toph more feminine, but would that really be necessary? The cartoon really emphasized her boyish side though. Was it not clear enough? Here, we started filling in the skeleton to make the work 3D. I mean, we are working with a 3D pen, so it's just right. It's a little tricky since the new filaments being added are also heating up the ones already filled. This is what it looks like now. We'll now separate each part so that we can work on each more easier, and so that we can reach the parts hard to reach with the pen. Toph is a blind earthbender who first appears in Book 2 Birth of the animated series. Despite her young age and physical blindness, she's an absolute powerhouse and one of the most skilled earthbenders in the world. She comes from a wealthy noble family, the Beifong family, and was kept hidden away due to her blindness. Her parents believed she was weak and fragile. Boy, were they wrong. Here, we'll just fill in the surface as if we're sculpting. I find this process satisfying, as it allows freedom while creating. Secretly, Toph taught herself to earthbend by watching and learning from badger moles, the original earthbenders, using seismic sense, meaning she can see through vibrations in the ground. This ability gives her a unique edge, allowing her to sense movements, people's heartbeats, and even lies based on subtle shifts in their body. When on, the Avatar needed an earthbending teacher, Toph ran away from home to join him and his friends. Despite being blunt, stubborn, and sarcastic, she quickly became a beloved and trusted member of Team Avatar. Her tough love teaching style helped On learn earthbending, and her strength made her a vital asset in their battles. And here's something incredible: Toph didn't stop at just earthbending. She's also the first person to discover and use metal bending, a huge breakthrough in bending arts. She figured out that metal is just refined earth and learned to manipulate the trace earth particles within it. Later in life, Toph became the founder of the metal bending police force in Republic City, a major legacy in the Legend of Korra. She's older, crankier, and just as awesome as ever. With the use of a soldering iron, we'll melt the pla to smoothen out the surface and shape it accordingly. Toph Beifong is a master of her element, a pioneer, and a symbol of strength, independence, and resilience. And let's be honest, her sass and one-liners are legendary. You know, there's this scene in Avatar: The Last Airbender in the episode The Library that hits me every single time. It's when the team is escaping when Shaitong's collapsing library in the middle of the desert. Everyone's scrambling to get out, and App has been captured. Toph is outside, holding the entire sinking building with her bare feet planted in the sand, the one terrain she struggles with the most. Earthbending on solid rock. She's a beast. But sand, it's chaos to her. She can't see properly. It's disorienting. It makes her vulnerable. And yet she's there, arms trembling, face strained, holding up a freaking stone tower that's getting sucked into the desert, all alone. And then, when Appa is snatched by the sandbenders, she hears it. She can't see it, but she hears Appa struggling. And in a voice that's both helpless and desperate, she says, "I'm sorry, app. That moment it broke me. Here's Toph. This tough as nails, sarcastic, never show weakness kind of girl. And in that one line, you hear all of it: guilt, frustration, sadness. She couldn't save him, and she cares. That's what makes it so beautiful. She rarely shows her emotions so openly, but there when it really mattered, her heart was right there. T's not just an action scene. It's a window into who Toph is beneath the bravado, someone who cares deeply, even when she acts like she doesn't, someone who's stronger than anyone expects, yet still feels deeply when she thinks she's failed someone she loves. It's just, wow, one line, one moment, and it shows you everything. I'm pretty sure you can already tell who's my favorite character from the series. So that'll explain why I said those things earlier in the video. Please don't change her personality. Believe it or not, she was never supposed to be the small, blind girl we know and love in the original concept art. Toph was imagined as a big, muscular teenage boy, the typical strongman trope. But the creators, in a stroke of genius, turned that idea upside down and gave us a barefoot, blind girl who could level mountains and make the earth tremble. That contrast, tiny frame, and unstoppable strength made her unforgettable. Later in life, as revealed in The Legend of Korra, Toph had two daughters, Lin and Cyan, who couldn't be more different. Lin became a stern, law-abiding, metal-bending chief of police, while Cyan embraced freedom, art, and progress. They each embodied a piece of Toph's complex personality, and while she admitted she wasn't the most traditional or attentive mother, they grew up powerful in their own right, shaped by her bold and compromising legacy. After all that storytelling, I've noticed I lacked something. It was her headband balls. I mean, yeah, let's fix that. Should I shut up now? Are you getting annoyed? Then mute the video. Just kidding, bear with me. It's kinda hard to shape it like a ball, so I just made it seem like it's shaped like it. I found this cap lying around and thought, hey, it would look like a decent figurine stand for my character. And yeah, you guessed it, we'll use it. Since they were of different properties, Claw struggled to stick to the surface of the cap. But by securing it tightly around the base, it was able to stick to it somehow. What I'm making here is a piece of land or ground to which looked like Toph was trying to earth end. We'll now start painting it. I'll start with white as a foundation. Through this process, I realized that I should have used a primer instead of the paint itself. But I'll do that in my next project, if I had the money, haha. I used up all my courage not to use a painter's tape to color each part. I don't actually have a particular valid reason for doing so. Is being lazy considered valid enough? It took me about almost a week to paint it, because of a not so valid reason. Again, being lazy. I've decided to paint everything except the skin, just to make sure that I won't mess the skin color, since it would be lighter and a bit trickier to fix if another color were to go over it. The face details are killing me. This is where I've realized I do not possess the talent to paint such details. Hopefully I'll improve next time. I'll also try to fix this next time as well. Spoiler alert, If you see this side to be looking good, don't expect the same for the other eye. After about a few attempts, I was able to come up with a better looking eye. I mean, it was better than before. Gosh, it was frustrating. Finally, after weeks of creating, I'll now put them together. I want to cry. What I love most about Toph Beifong, she's proof that being different, being underestimated, overlooked, misunderstood doesn't make you weak. It makes you powerful. When you own it, when you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. Or, if you're Toph, you can move the entire world.